Hi, my name is Emily Baker. I gave my life to Christ June 24th, 2020 at PCB High School Camp. I was baptized when I was about 10. I talked to Pastor Robin when he was the children's minister, and I told him I wanted to get baptized and saved. And I named off all these reasons why, but in my head I was like, I just don't want to go to hell. For a couple years, I was like, oh yeah, I love God. I have such a good relationship with Him. Then, June 24th, we were sitting in the service, the evening service, on a Wednesday night at church camp, PCB, and Sean was talking about how God moves and we don't see it or realize it. And I was like, well, how can I see that if I'm so caught up doing other things in my life? We started closing out in a song, and I was sitting there thinking in my head, I realized, I'm not being the Christian that I say I am, and I need to do something about it now before I leave here. And so I kind of just prayed about it during that song. As I was praying about being saved to Him, I kept repeating in my head, I'm sorry to Him for not doing things in His name and not learning more about Him and not being the Christian that I say I am. I realized that He was there that night to save me. And I went to my small group leader, Carly Norton, and I told her I was saved that night, and then went to Mandy and I talked to her about it, and I told her I wanted to get baptized. When I went underwater, I felt a wave of happiness, and then when I came back up, I could just do nothing but smile about it. Because, I realized I'm renewed, I'm saved, and I gave my life to Him. Before I was saved, I will admit, I never had an actual interest to learn more about God, and whenever people would ask me about my Christianity and what He's done to change me and all this stuff, I would hesitate answering because, as a 15-year-old, you kind of get this automatic thing of, I don't want people to think of me a certain way. And I was like, well, yeah, I go to church and I read the Word, which was not always true. And I think now that I've been saved, it's like there's a pull to me to open up my Bible and actually read His Word. Because, of course I want to get to know more about Him. And I feel more happy now knowing that I gave my life to Him actually. And it just feels more real. You can definitely tell a difference after you've been saved because you feel nothing but curiosity about learning more about Him. Before I came to camp that week, I was like, I'll probably come to camp just the same person I was when I left. The biggest thing God taught me at camp was He's always there and He's always going to forgive us for whatever we do. I'm not going to be a perfect Christian because nobody's perfect, but He still chooses to forgive us no matter what we do. And I think we all sometimes take that for granted. Before camp, I was like, He forgives me. It's fine if I just do this, or if I say that about this person. But now I'm like, I don't want to be that person, Ephesians 4:1. As a prisoner for the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Basically, I think he's saying, go live in my name and do everything as I ask you as a child of mine. And I think that's a good verse for everybody to just read and let it sink in, and people to live by that verse. So